Dr. Steve Edling, and welcome to dredling.com. This is the spinal decompression portion of our website, and you can look at any other conditions on the left-hand part of the website there. So let's talk about spinal decompression and what that is. I'm actually sitting on our spinal decompression unit here. This is a miracle for many of the people that come in to see me who have had no help anywhere else. And I'll tell you a little bit about the history of why I got this. I used to have to always refer my patients down to the cities because that was the closest place for spinal decompression because I knew it worked, and I looked at the research on it. It was great, but it's incredibly expensive to have it done and to buy the equipment. That's come down, thank God. The other thing is I ended up having a disc herniation myself. So it was on MRI, it was bad, and I didn't have spinal decompression. So it took me a full year to recover from that, which should normally take anywhere from 2 to 3 months to really get you back functioning and doing great. So that's why I wanted to get one, because I don't want to have people suffer like I suffered. It was hell to have that. So that's why I have a spinal decompression. Let me talk a little bit about spinal decompression for just a minute. And if you want to learn more information, you can call 715-294-3100 or fill out your contact information below for a more expanded DVD where we talk about a half an hour about more of what actually spinal decompression does. So what that spinal decompression does is, you can see here's like a disc, and a disc is between the vertebrae like this, all right? So that's a nice healthy disc. You have outside fibers of it like crisscross like this. And if those get disrupted, then they'll kind of go out. And sometimes what can happen, you can actually get if you can look at that right there, there's like a herniation that can butt up against that nerve. That is not a good thing, because you get that and guess what? You've got pain. And the pain is usually down the butt, back of the leg, down in the foot. You might have a foot drop, loss of motor function, not good. All right. Now, do you need to have surgery? Absolutely not. I think the first thing to do is get evaluated. That's why I want you to come in. Let's get you checked out. And here's the thing. Most people have been everywhere else, and they might come to me last resort sometimes. That's just how it is, unfortunately. So if you have a disc herniation, if you have stenosis, arthritis in here, that can be pinching it up. There's a lot of different things, failed back surgery, there's a lot of different things that can cause nerve problems, that can cause the disc not to function the way it's supposed to. So what we want to do is we want to get in there, and what this does, it creates a negative pressure, 1.69 is a mercury decompress, so it'll just kind of pull that apart, and that will suck back in. All right, now how long does that take? Usually takes 20 to 30 treatments. That's been my experience of doing this over a 2 to 3 month period of time. Some people take less, some people take it a little bit more, but that's generally on average what it takes. So 86% of the people, I've only had one person last year that had a referral for surgery after doing spinal decompression where they just absolutely had to have it done. That's always last resort. So we've had one person out of a ton of people that had to have surgery. That's a pretty darn good recovery rate, especially for back problems, where 86% of back pain is what? It's reoccurring. So how do we make it so it's not reoccurring? After we do our spinal decompression treatments, what we do is we do a full court press on core strengthening. All right, so we can go from 86% or 80%, 86% reoccurring back problems. You always have it, it always seems to come back, to only about 16% of people have reoccurrences. So the rehab part is very, very important. So we show specific, we address the functional problems, we do specific core strengthening, hamstrings, quads, calves, psoas, all these different things, glutes, abdominals, we get those things fired up and get them working again properly. All right, and again with traditional chiropractic care, adjusting is very valuable and imperative for any type of back issues. So that tells you a little bit about the spinal decompression. We use it for the neck. The neck seems to have a much faster turnaround as far as recovery than the low back. Sometimes these discs can take up to a year to heal, but we can really get people settled down very nicely with a hot disc or some stenosis problem or peripheral neuropathies, a lot of different spinal conditions that we can help people out with. So this is our spinal decompression unit. I use it every day. What you need to do is find out or give me your contact information or call, set up an appointment to see if you're even a candidate for this. Some people aren't a candidate. Everybody is different on that. So that's why I have to do a thorough, functional, and neurological evaluation to see if you're a candidate for this form of care. I will tell you one thing, just so you know, The insurance does not cover this form of care, all right? So this is a cash program. We have financing that's available also for this, but let's first of all just check to see if you're a candidate for this, tell you if you are, here's what you need to do, here's what I can do, here's what it's gonna take, here's your responsibilities, and we'll go through that. If you want some more information, more about the details of this, you can again, get the contact information, you can sign up for the DVD, we'll get that out to you, or just call, make an appointment, we'll come on in, we'll at least sit down and talk to see what's going on. So, with that, nice to have you aboard here as far as checking this out. Love my unit. I use it for maintenance on myself. I get it hooked up once a week just to keep myself going here too. So, all right, take care. See ya.